Hey guys, and welcome. Now, do you know what this is? Well, you will be able to see what it is in the description, but it is plantain. Look at the leaves, massive. So I was given a pup. I was given this particular one. It was a small pup, I think even smaller than this one, and it has grown tremendously well. I thought I'd put it in this area because we're on a slope, and so all the water will travel down here, so this area must be moist. And actually I'm thinking, when I've got some, I'll show you the my bananas, and I'm thinking of maybe even putting some of the banana plants here, because yeah, as I say, the water always rushes down to these particular points and then off down there into the well. So there might be an ideal spot, and I've got some extra ones growing which I'll show you. Anyway, so this is really doing really well, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take to bear plantain, but so it's got another leaf coming out there, and maybe after that, who knows, but the leaves are amazing. It's been slightly shielded by this shak tree. We get the wind coming from the east to the west, so what I've tried to do, especially up at the top there, I've got the Mexican sunflower as a hedge, and that's growing taller, and so that then enables the leaves to stay whole, unlike some of the early ones that maybe I could cut them back now. Maybe that's what I can do. Anyway, so this one has pushed out a couple more pups. So this one was growing really slowly. This was when we had very dry weather, so it's growing a lot bigger now. And I noticed the other day, I noticed this one growing here. And look what I found here. Look at this. Big old snail. They release, when they get frightened, they release some sort of liquid. I guess it's to deter whatever's trying to eat it. Anyway, so what I wasn't sure of was, when they have these markings, does it mean that it's not going to fruit? So I'm quite interested, because this particular one doesn't have it. I'm so impressed with the leaves. But this one does, so I'm not sure whether that means, yeah, it's not going to fruit. We'll see. Anyway, so let's go and take a look at the bananas now, and you can follow me up here. See, my paths are looking quite good. I've put down the grass clippings. I walked into a... keep telling these spiders not to put their webs across the paths, but they're not really listening. So my bananas were having a hard time, and at one point I had these two bigger ones here, and they were dying. They looked like, this one especially looked like it was ready to be chopped down, and so I just left it. And I've been watering this area again, because it's right at the top of the hill. Part of it's the toppest, it's the highest point in the garden, and so the water runs off quite quickly. But yeah, I left them, and then when we had... Cole, come here, in. When we had all that rain, others started to come up, and I've counted. I had moved one thinking, okay, let me plant it down below. No, I planted it halfway down the slope, and it died. And yeah, I thought to myself, oh, okay, so we're not going to have any more bananas. I mean, I've had two lots of bananas from here already. So these two have not yet fruited. I guess when they fruit, once they've fruited, you have to, you cut them down. Yeah, so we're waiting and hoping. But again, it might be one of those, they may be one of those bananas that don't fruit. Anyway, look at these. So I counted at least 11. And what I need to do is take some of them away. So this is one that's been here for quite a while and is only started to grow. But again, it's got those markings, as you can see, the coloration. So I'm thinking again, it might not be one that's going to fruit. And this particular one here, I think it's been attacked by, we've had these worms in the garden, not worms, beetles. So, oh gosh. Yeah, I think, yeah, look at the underneath. Didn't even know that they were going to attack those. And the snails, so I've been trying to combat them. But what I'm going to need to do is move some of these out, because there's quite a few growing here. And yeah, take at least 5 of them out. And there's some really tiny ones there. So I can try and grow them in other areas, and if they've got more space, then we'll have more bananas, and you know, that'll be good. But I'm really pleased at what's happened. And what I tried to do, because when I first planted the bananas, they were totally exposed, and as you can see, they're slightly leaning over this way anyway. So what I over time have done is planted, this is my moringa patch, and just to provide some a windshield, basically, a shield from the wind, so that they can grow without any issue, and not be shredded, have all the leaves shredded every time the wind blows, which was what was happening. So I'm really pleased. So I've got a shack tree, which is the one up above, and you've got it's flowering, so it's going to be letting down some of its seeds, which I have to go round, and the seed pods like these, I go round and just take them up, because I don't want them set in here, and I just put them in here. This area is full of them. It's just like, well, I don't mind if you want to grow there, but my Mexican sunflower is doing its job by providing a hedge-like feature, and once they flowered, I've got to cut them back to encourage them to continue to bush out, because when we get a dry spell, the leaves are gonna drop. So yeah, so back to the bananas. But I'm really pleased with the way that they've managed to recover. And so I need to I've got this, it's not a sharp spade, but it's like it will cut through the soil a lot easier and not damage the banana plants, so that I can get, you know, a bit of the root as well. So I want to, as I say, take up at least 5, maybe 6. Yeah, I think maybe as many as 6. And just take them away from these main 2. So take some of these away and allow the ones back there to grow. And then move them elsewhere in the garden. But yeah, that's my plantain and bananas. They're coming along. And I'm really looking forward for us to get some bananas and to be able to share some. And to get to a point where it's like in rotation, so where some are growing, then there's others growing, so there's always going to be, you know, not rotation, but there's always going to be bananas growing. So I hope that's been of interest. Let me know how you're getting on. Are you growing bananas? Have you got any tips? I'd love to. And I definitely know I have to separate them out, but I would really like to know if the coloration that I showed you, and we'll just go back here, the coloration on the leaves, and we saw the same thing on the plantain. Does that mean that it's what, a male or female? It's a male plant, so it's not going to fruit, or is it just become a different variety of banana, or what? And yeah, my moringa patch is doing well, but that's for another day. Okay, so take care for now, and I look forward to doing more with the bananas, the leaves, and the fibers.